Hi. um, I wanted to share a story. So I think before I share the story, though, I wanted to just mention that like 11 months ago, it was March of last year, I decided to go sober. And I didn't go sober because I had a problem. I wasn't doing too much of anything, or it wasn't like making me feel bad in any way. It wasn't because of that. It was actually because through the use of specifically psychedelics and ketamine, I was able to reach certain levels within myself that I was able to experience otherworldly magic. I was able to tap into certain abilities. I was able to heal collective energy. The things that I was able to do and the things that I saw and witnessed and felt and experienced was out of this world. And I wanted to keep experiencing that. I wanted to keep reaching that. And the thing is, though, is that I was pretty much telling myself that I needed something outside of me in order to achieve this. And so I wanted to go on a journey to go back inside me and prove to myself that I don't need anything outside of me to experience my magic. But I wanted to share a story. I was activated with light language a couple years ago. That is an energy that I don't know if it's outside of me. Could it be a version of me from another dimension? Absolutely. Is it probably, I mean, but the thing is that I don't know. And so I kind of cut that. I told myself that because I was healing with it, I was using it as a tool to help me with my healing, with what I offer. And it was beautiful and it was helpful, and I saw how it helped. I felt how it helped. I experienced how it helped. But I just kept telling myself, but I'm allowing myself to use something that feels like this. It's an outside energy that is expressing itself through me. So I mean, I guess we could sit here and debate about it. I mean, is it outside of me? I don't know. So this thought has come back into my space recently, and I've been toying with the idea of calling this energy back in because I cut off my magic side, like my green witchy otherworldly magical side of me. Not, of course, it's never away from me, but I used to really own that identity. And I went through a lot of shedding of identities in 2025. And one of the identities was shedding light language. And with that, I kind of let go of like the whole ceremony side and ritual side. And I don't feel that that was good for me either. Like I almost cut off too much, and I was recognizing that that didn't feel authentic. Like that actually felt way less authentic because I felt like I wasn't truly just being me, and that just came in naturally for me. And who I've been with rituals, that has been me for a long time. And not because I was trying to be something that I wasn't, but because that felt right. That felt natural. I felt connected. I never felt more connected with both the earth and the cosmos, whatever was from above and below. I felt so connected. And then at this one moment, I think I allowed someone or some thought that I decided that I should cut that out of me. And I feel like a part of me is missing. I really want to call this back in for myself for 2026. Let's call back in this side. And so, with that said, I want to tell you the story of how it was activated within me. So, oh wow, like 4 years ago, I went to a Lionsgate event led by two of my dear friends, Katie Hilborn and Magix. They did a meditation. Katie is the one that led it, but both Katie and Magix were speaking light language during this meditation, where they took you up in a space shuttle, or Katie took us up in a space shuttle, where we can meet our star family. And actually, this is how the names of my cats actually came along too, because part of this meditation, you go up in a space shuttle, you land on your star system, your planet, wherever you're from, and you get to a gate, and at the gate, who's standing there? And at my gates, it was Goliath and Ryan. They were my protectors of my gates for my star family, and so they are now the protectors here on Earth, Goliath and Ryan. So that's the story of my cat's names. But okay, so anyway, during this meditation, they were speaking light language, and I just started speaking it back to them. And that was when it like first kind of just started opening, where I was just like, whoa, that's wild, that's crazy. I didn't know that I could do this. Well, but then fast forward, I went to Burning Man, and Katie, again, that led the meditation. It was me, my ex-boyfriend, her, and her ex-partner or partner. I'm not sure if they're together or not right now. But there was the four of us, and Katie said, hey, do you guys want to jump through a portal? And we're all like, yeah, sure, of course. Like, not even knowing like exactly what that even means. I don't even think she exactly even knew what that meant. But either way, she's like, I heard we could jump through portals on the playa. Let's, do you guys want to do it? And we're like, yes. So this day, this is when I was still doing drugs, and I had taken a lot of things. I had taken ecstasy and acid and ketamine, and I felt nothing. Same with my boyfriend at the time. He did all three things. We felt nothing. Like, we were talking to Katie and her partner at the time, and we're like, we feel nothing right now. And she's like, well, do you guys want to smoke a joint? And we're like, yeah. So the four of us are smoking this joint outside this party. After we're done smoking, she goes, do you guys want to jump through a portal? And at the same time, we all say yes. And we turn around and we start walking back to our bikes, which are probably like, I don't know, 50 feet away or something like that. I'm not good with measurements, but not far. They are going one ways to their bikes. Me and my boyfriend are going the other way to our bikes, but like within eye distance of each other. Oh my God, my cat is screaming. So we start walking towards our bikes, and all of a sudden everything just turns black. Like someone just turned the lights out, like total blackout. But it was like more than like a power outage, because it was like pitch blackness. And I was like, because I didn't know if everyone else was experiencing the same thing. And at this point, it was just me and Matt that were not with each other, my ex-boyfriend. And I'm like, Matt, like, what's going on? Are you seeing? Is it dark for you too? And he's like, yes, it's, same thing. And we like grab onto each other. We like find each other, grab onto each other, and we're just holding each other. I feel myself start to rise up, and with this feeling, I feel light and this beautiful energy. And I just knew that I was leaving my body and going home or going somewhere. And it felt amazing. And I was like, okay, like, I'm ready. Take me wherever it is that we're going. Like, I feel ready for it. I feel complete. I feel ready. In that moment, I heard, he's not going to let you leave. And they were talking about Matt. All of a sudden, I hear Matt say, Kate, are you with me? Come back. Are you with me? And I come back into my body, and because I like left my body and I came back into my body, nothing worked. Like I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk. I was completely like I had to learn everything all over again. In that moment, we come back and our friends are like, "Oh my God, where have you guys been? We've been walking around for 30 minutes looking for you." And we're like, "We literally have been standing here in this exact place and it felt like a couple minutes." And they were like, "No, there's no way. Like we walked to our bikes and we waited for you there and we didn't see you. So we got back and we came back over here and we saw that your bikes were still there." Now, mind you, we're like right near our bikes. But they said that we were gone because we went through a portal. Like we physically were not there anymore. Nobody saw that we were there. We were gone. Wild. Wild. Anyway, so I can't walk, I can't talk, I can't function. And Katie is like, "We need to get to the portal immediately. We need to get there immediately." And because I guess she thought, like, if we get to the portal, like, we'll be able to. And she's like, she does speak light language. She's like, "I'll do a light language healing on you. Let's get to the portal." And I'm like, I can't ride my bike. I can hardly walk. But she's like, "Let's just try." So I keep getting on the bike. I keep falling off. I keep getting on the bike. I keep falling off. I'm trying to walk it. I can't walk. And the whole time, and now I start having all these negative thoughts of like, I'm like a child, I'm like a baby, I'm holding them back. Why, if they experienced the same thing that I experienced, why? Because they are like, "Yeah, we all went through this too." But the thing is, like, none of them were left their bodies, and I didn't realize it until much later. That's why I was experiencing like being reborn again, and couldn't walk or talk or anything, because I was the only one that actually was leaving my body. So they didn't come out of their body. They didn't experience that. But I was like, "Oh my God, I'm holding them back. Why aren't they experiencing this? They think that I can't handle things like this." And negative, all these negative thoughts coming back into this body. Because I came back into like density, you know? Because I went from light and love back into all of the insecurities, which also was like, wow, like check out my insecurities that are coming up of like thinking that I'm not, maybe good enough, or I'm not. Well, that's, oh God, this is a whole nother topic. Let me stay focused. So anyway, we finally get to where the portal is supposed to be. Even though I'm like, I'm pretty sure we went through the portal, but in this time we didn't even realize what was occurring. So we get to where we thought the portal was supposed to be. We sit down. Katie starts doing this light language on me. It does. I mean, my whole body is like moving, shaking, but it does not take away all of these negative thoughts that are going through my head. And then she does a healing for the other two guys. And then she's like, "Okay, let's, like, wow, crazy, let's go." And I'm like, no, we can't leave yet. And I start telling her about what I was experiencing, all of these negative thoughts and everything. And I'm like, "Now, please do a light language healing on me with this knowledge, with this intention." So she taps in, does this light language to me, and her language is like intergalactic. And all of a sudden, I feel this light. And let me just back up. The light language that I started speaking at the Lionsgate Festival, at the event that I was at, was like very like earthbound, where that she spoke is very much more intergalactic, and what came out of my mouth was like this. So this energy comes down through my head. I literally feel it come down through my head and force itself out of my mouth. I guess I was open because of all the drugs. It felt like I was like puking these words, and it was like the most intergalactic, crazy language, and I haven't experienced it since. This was the moment that I was truly like activated with light language, and the reason it like hurt so much was because my body wasn't at the vibration yet that could handle it. After this occurred, I had become a vessel to be able to receive and transmute this information. But at the time, it was the first time, and it was like puking these words, and it was like very like buzzy. So anyone that's watching this, if you know light language, you know different language of different species, it was like very like bzz-y, like bzz-y. Um, so much more than that, but there was a lot of that sound as well. Anyway, it was insane. And when I did that, Katie, I do it like it comes out of my mouth and I'm like aiming it at Katie, and she just starts purging. She didn't actually throw up, but I think she was like coughing, gagging, burping, like all of this energy was coming out of her. And she's just like, whoa, I feel amazing. Like after I did that. So she used her light language on me with my intention of like, please heal this out of me. And she like opened me up to receive this gift of light language that I then gave back to her, reciprocated back to her to heal her. And ever since then, I had been activated with light language. And so I don't need psychedelics to tap into that, I will say, but one of the reasons why I kept doing psychedelics was because I could very easily tap into these intergalactic languages. When I'm sober and I could just connect with the earth and I connect with the sound, my sound bowls, the drum, I would connect with this very like an earthy soul language sound, light language. But when I'm on psychedelics, it's like this. It's many, many, many different languages that come through. And I wanted to keep tapping into that. I wanted to keep experiencing that. But I also didn't know like what is the exchange of allowing them? Is the exchange that they just get to use my body? Or am I making that up for myself that that's what's occurring? You know, I got to a point where I didn't know. I didn't know what I didn't know. And instead of just allowing it to keep happening, I decided I'm no longer going to reach for anything outside of myself. Speaking outside of myself, I was also like, talking to psychics, and I was doing so many things going outside of myself for knowledge, for information. So for the past almost a year, I've been deep diving into myself and not going outside of myself, learning how to access my own Akashic records, learning how to access all of my own information, learning how to access this information for other people sober. I also didn't feel like I knew how to 100% protect myself, and now I do. Like there's not even a question in my mind that I can't protect myself, where because of some things that happened in my childhood, another story for another day, I didn't fully trust and believe that I could 100% protect myself. And that was also another thing that I was like, I need to learn how to protect myself before I truly, like anything, know that I'm stronger than everything and anything. And I didn't believe that at the time. So it was important for me to get to this place now. And now from this place, I think I will call in to be able to partner. And that's the thing, I'm not going to allow anyone to take over, but to partner with light beings of light and love from the highest dimensions, to partner with me for healing. And they want to be able to partner with humans. Well, I want to be able to partner with them. So I'm calling that back in and stepping back into this side of me, which feels so much more real and authentic than cutting it out. Yeah. Thanks for joining and listening. I hope I didn't ramble way too much, but this is my diary, so take it or leave it. You're here for all of my thoughts. Love you. Bye.